Good morning. Welcome to the Kidney Walk. This morning we'll be doing some gentle and mindful movement with the breath to help wake up our bodies and begin our day. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Janice Ware with Your Yoga with Janice, and I'll be guiding you through this morning's practice. If at any time there's something that does not feel good or right in your body, please back off from that. Yoga is a time to be kind to our body and to honor it. And so if something isn't feeling right, we just back off from that right away and know that that's okay to do that. Let's go ahead and take a moment to center. So sitting nice, straight and tall in your Tadasana or mountain posture, you have your feet about hip distance apart, rooting down in the feet under the big toe, little toe mounds and the heel, feeling the legs engage. And as the legs engage, feel your spine elongate, drawing in the waistband, relax the shoulders down and back, and tilt the chin forward just a bit, and I invite you to close your eyes as we center. Just taking a few moments here before we begin moving the body to place a hand on the heart and one on the belly, the rib cage, and just notice the breath. Perhaps feeling your heartbeat. And also taking a moment to scan the body, beginning with your toes and moving through the body all the way to your crown. And just see what you notice. If you're noticing any discomfort anywhere, and if you're not, you can do this next practice with the whole body. Let's take a nice long inhale. And as you do that, imagine sending that healing breath to that place of discomfort or throughout the whole body. And then on the exhale, releasing that discomfort. You can go ahead and do that another time if you would like. And also taking a moment as we begin our day to perhaps place in our heart something or someone for which we are feeling especially grateful. Maybe it's waking up, being able to be here and practice this morning. Spring, someone special in your life. Then go ahead and release the hands and open your eyes. And let's go ahead and begin moving the body. We'll begin by doing a bit of a warm-up. So extend the legs, but keep the knees bent. And you can lift the front of the feet off of the floor. And we're just going to curl and splay the toes and the fingers. Just 2 or 3 times. And then rotating the wrists and the ankles very slowly in one direction and then the other. Lovely. And then we'll go ahead and bring our feet underneath our knees again and come into Tadasana. As we begin warming up the spine with some cat-cow, so bring the heels of the hands into the hip creases. And as you press into there, press back into there, lift your heart. Now we're not throwing the neck back, we're just lifting the heart. And maybe your gaze goes towards the top of the wall. And then as we come out, we take our hands out to our knees. And if you have osteoporosis or spine challenges, you'll simply lean back. Otherwise, you can round a bit if you would like. So we'll inhale, come into cow, lifting the heart. Exhale to cat. Being very, very gentle, never forcing. So if in either of these movements, you feel any pain, you'll just pause there and back off from that. There's no need to try to do, the biggest back bend or the biggest arch ever. We're just gently waking up our spine. And then we'll come back to center. And we'll just do stir the pot a little bit. So just come forward, hinging forward from the hips. Front, side, back, side. Oh, so slowly. So this is kind of getting into our hips a little bit, and it's also allowing our spine. You can move the shoulders around if you would like. And then the next time you come forward, let's pause and go back the other direction. We'll do some things to rev up our energy in a bit, but we gotta go slow and move gently first and come back to center. All right, now go ahead and just leave one hand on the same knee, put the other hand on your hip, and then just let your torso turn to the side. I'm not looking back over my shoulder, just off to the side. This is a very gentle open twist. And then we'll come back to center and we'll do that on the other side. We want to be very gentle with our twists. And so the whole torso is going to go. So the lower torso, middle, and top, just looking out over to the side. And back to center. So just beginning nice and easy. Maybe take one ear toward that same shoulder. See how that feels in your neck. And then just turn and take your gaze downward toward the shoulder. Bring the gaze back forward and up to center, and we'll do that on the other side. So keeping that nice long spine. And might feel very different on this side. I know mine feels much tighter, so I'm being very gentle. And then take your gaze down toward the shoulder. And then forward and back up. Beautiful. All right, let's get moving. We're going to do a practice called Moving Mountain. We'll do it seated, and then we'll move to standing. So first of all, let's check in with those 90-degree angles in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. Straight and tall, shoulders relaxed down and back. And to begin with, all we're going to do is on the inhale, raise our heels, so we're coming up on our toes. Exhale, lower. Then we'll get the arms involved. Inhale, you just bring the arms forward as you come up on your toes. Exhale. Breathe in. Feel the stretch across the top of the foot, and exhale. When you exhale, you could even lift up the front of the foot so that you're back on your heels. So we'll do a bit of a rocking of the foot almost. So breathing in, and maybe you are able or want to bring your arms a little higher, and out. So we're just taking these movements gently with the arms and with the feet. This helps get some energy moving, but in a very gentle way. Now you can continue practicing Moving Mountain in the chair, or if you'd like to move to standing, everything we do can be done either standing or in a chair. So what I would recommend though is to have a chair nearby if you're standing, or have something close to you, just in case you need that balance support. Safety is always first. So let's try that Moving Mountain standing. So feet are about hip distance apart. Root down into those three corners of the feet. Feel the legs engage. Whew. Feel that spine elongate. Bring in the core. Relax the shoulders down and back. Take your gaze forward. So we're going to begin here. And let's start. First of all, just see how it feels to come up on the toes. I'm going to rest one hand on a chair or something close by to support my balance. So we'll inhale and come up on our toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Now I'll move this arm. Just gently moving, getting some good strength going on here, some good expansion. And then you can raise the arm on the other side. So I'll try it. Balance is a sensation. It's not an achievement. So being able to support your balance is very important. And it's more important than doing something without balance support. All right, let's go ahead and bend each knee and shake those legs out a little bit. All right, so that's moving mountain. Great way to begin warming up the body. So now let's go ahead and continue our stance in mountain posture or Tadasana. Take our fingertips to our shoulders, and we're just going to draw circles with our elbows. Now you can do them at the same time. I was kind of alternating there, and you can certainly do that. But the thing is to be very gentle and to move slowly. Shoulders can be especially a bit stiff in the morning. By the way, keep a soft bend in your knee. So we're just opening up, getting these shoulders gently awakened as we stand strong or sit strong, because this can also be practiced in a chair. Even when we're sitting, our feet are pressing into the earth, so the legs are engaged. Now we're going to take this and turn it into a bit of a backstroke. So we'll just take one back. Now this is where it might get tricky with shoulders. So fully extending the arm and whipping it around back there doesn't happen in my body. So I just keep my elbow bent. This arm, fine. This arm looks like this. See how we can adapt and yet still experience the movement, but do it safely. Doing my backstroke. Slowly, getting the energy flowing gently. All right, go ahead and relax those arms at the side. Now we're going to do something called picking fruit. I would invite you to take a bit of a wider stance in your legs, perhaps to the edge of your mat, and keep a micro bend in those knees. And we're just going to be reaching out as if we are picking fruit off of these low hanging branches. And you can move the hips too. Just any gentle movement here. And then maybe some branches a little higher up. And then picking fruit from some very high branches. And now our basket's full, so we can set that down and move on to some arm swings. So let's just start by just swinging our arms front and back. You can do this as rigorously or as you would like. And then we'll just do some where we're front to back. Again, how high your hands are depend on the health of your shoulders. And then we'll do one we're just kind of bringing alternating. And notice my hips are moving a little bit, and that's okay. We're just moving the body, and we want to do it safely. All right, go ahead and relax your arms down at your sides. Woo, things are getting awake, and that is good. We'll move into a swinging twist, and we want to keep the hips apart. And so as we twist to one side, this heel is going to come up, and then it will come down to center, and then we go to the other side, the other heel will come up. So that's really important because the whole body is going to be involved in this swinging twist. We'll do it in slow motion a couple times. So we'll Swing to one side, back to center, the other side. Letting the hips move freely. Why? Because then there's no strain on the back. So this is warming up the hips. It's getting a lot of things activated in the body. Swinging twist, but it's really important. Lift that foot and let the hips move. All right, let's bring that to a still spot and heel toe our feet back to Tadasana. Rooting down, legs engaged, micro bend in the knee, core engaged. Feel that spine elongate as if there was a cord here that I was just pulling up and getting everything all nice and aligned. And from here, we'll move into Crescent Moon and get into the side body a little bit. Okay? See how it kind of bend the knees a little bit? Sometimes with a lot of standing, this is a really good thing to do. And it kind of gently wakes up the knees too. All right, so we'll bring our hands in front. There are different ways you can raise your arms, so we can just bring them straight up like this. Interlace the fingers and point upward. Or we can bring them out to the sides, palm facing down. Then when you get shoulder height, flip the palms and come up that way. Also, some people are going to have their arms out straight. Some people will need to have a bit of a bend in the elbow for their shoulders. Some folks just may need to be here. Do what feels best in your body. Either way, we are going to really reach and go ahead and bend our body so we have a nice open side, a crescent moon shape, if you will. Come back to center. And we'll go to the other side. And really reach with that top arm. Not just bending, but really reaching. Come back to center. We'll do that again. So you feel the bend, but then when you reach, that's when you can really feel the expansion. So you might start by bending and then reaching, but not forcing or straining. Just do what feels good in your body. All right, let's go ahead and bring our arms back down to our sides for Tadasana. And we'll do a peaceful warrior and a humble warrior. So for this, again, have a chair nearby to support your balance. But I want you to have space between the insides of your feet. And you'll step one foot back and the other foot's forward. But look how wide my feet are apart. That's good. That's what we want. And then bend that front knee. And for balance support, have your chair right here. And then from here, you can have your hands to heart center, out to side, or raised. And we'll inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're going to straighten the front leg and bring our hands to heart center. Next, as we inhale, we're going to hinge forward from the hip. So we'll inhale, take our hands back, bowing humbly. This is humble warrior. Inhale, back to center. Breathe in, bend the front knee. Exhale, center. Breathing in, bowing forward. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Exhale, center. We'll just do that one more time. So it doesn't matter how far the knee is bent. And also when you straighten your knee and you go forward in humble warrior, then you might want to keep a slight bend there in that front knee. Back to center. And we will step that foot forward. Take a moment. Notice the difference in how you may feel on either side of the body. And let's step back and do the other side again. A nice wide stance. Just makes for a more stable base. And it also allows for more hip movement, which is good. All right, bending that front leg, however feels comfortable to you. And exhale, straighten the front leg. Keep a micro bend though. Inhale, exhale forward. Inhale, bent leg for warrior one, or peaceful warrior. Exhale, humble. We'll do that one more time. Inhale for warrior one. Exhale, center. Inhale for humble warrior. Exhale, center. And step that back foot forward. Let's come back and find our mountain posture. Bring your hands to your heart. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels okay to you and feels safe to you in Tadasana if you're standing. Thank you for practicing with the kidney walk and I this morning. May you have a beautiful spring day ahead of you that is safe and filled with peace. Thank you again so much. Peace be with you.